Hey, guess who's back? Guess who's back? My name is Vanessa Williamson, and I am with Brown Girls Do Network, and we are back here again today doing our Brown Girls Do Network live series. So today we have a special guest, but before I even go there, I want to let you guys know what Brown Girls Do Network is about, and if you want to join us, please get in contact with us. Brown Girls Do Network, we are a collective of brown women empowering, motivating, pushing, encouraging each other in business. We do workshops, we are involved in the community, and hey, we are here to just have a good time, and we don't take life too serious. We are a bunch of professional women, definitely multi-layered and multifaceted. So please don't think Brown Girls Do Network, we're just a bunch of women with a hobby, because we are definitely multi-layered. And you will be really shocked and impressed with the women who are in the network. And we ask you to join us. So, with that, I want to go ahead and introduce our guest for today. Our guest for today is Miss Shamika Brooks. And I want to read oh my gosh, let me just get into this. Miss Shamika Brooks, a resident of Newburgh, is a wife, mother of three, and a grandmother of two. I would never thought she was a grandmother of two. She graduated from Mount St. Mary's with a bachelor's degree in sociology and a minor in business administration. Active in the Newburgh Church of God of Prophecy, Shamika holds various roles such as a pastor's aide president, secretary, and youth minister leader. With 29 years of experience in healthcare as a multi specialist biller and coder, she exudes a nurturing demeanor. In her free time, she actually has free time. In her free time, Shamika enjoys swimming, writing, shopping, dancing, and cherishing moments with her family. Writing motivational quotes is a personal passion that she utilizes to inspire and uplift others. She is the creative mind behind Green Pastures by Her, a blog dedicated to empowering and spiritually healing strong women. Moreover, Shamika is the visionary founder of She's Framed, a fashion eyewear brand offering unique ready to wear frames for the everyday fashionista. And the fashionista she is. Shamika is a multifaceted individual who embodies compassion, dedication, and creativity in all aspects of her life. Her commitment to her family, church, and career is truly admirable. Through her extensive experience in healthcare and her active involvement in her community, she exemplifies a nurturing spirit that positively impacts those around her. Let's introduce Miss Shamika Brooks.
Hi,
Hey, how you
I'm
doing?
good. How are you? How are
I
you?
am good. Listen, I'm reading your bio, right? Which of course, I read it, right? I'm reading it again, and I'm just like, especially this grandmother. Okay, who would ever
Yes.
think that you was a grandmother? Because I wouldn't. You look good.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank
You
you.
look,
Thank you. Thank you. And
you look
I
absolutely
and
stunning.
I claim the name grandmother. You know how some people were like, "Oh, I'm a grandma. I'm not this." I am a grandmother. I am blessed to be able to see my two beautiful brown boys, George,
Hmm.
Noah, and Jackson Sebastian. Those are my heart, my soul. They are my everything. They have taken over my life. They have
Oh
taken
my
over my life.
goodness. I love it. I'm not a grandmother yet. I'm not a grandmother
Okay,
yet.
okay.
Okay. However, I am guilty of being one of those people who are saying, no, I'm not
Oh,
settling into the grandmother title yet. I say that
no.
now. I say that now. I'm not too for sure how I will feel when I become a grandmother. But again, I'm not there yet. So,
No, no, let me tell you. I was like that at first. I was like, I'm not gonna be called grandma, I'm not gonna be doing this, but let me tell you, once the boys came into my life in my first moment holding them, it's like every time I hold my grandsons, they tell me a story.
oh, they got
They
a
tell me
story
a
to tell
story.
you.
They have a story to tell. It is through. their vibes is through holding them. They don't even have to say a word. Listen, we can go back because, like in the primitive years, they
Uh-huh.
said that the grandmothers used to keep the grandchildren for 8 weeks. So when
Okay.
babies come into the world, babies tell older people a story, and we tell them about life through our spiritual bond.
I
So
love
I'm a
that.
grandmother. Yes.
Okay, let's give it for the
Yes.
educational moment. I
Yes,
love
yes,
it.
yes.
I
So
love
I
it.
so
Oh
I
my
welcome
goodness.
grandmother because it is absolutely true. It is
I
absolutely
love
true.
it. I'm looking at the comments on here. Shelby said that was her until she became a grandma as
Yes,
well.
yes, yes,
Okay. Oh
yes,
man, I love it. Okay,
yes.
so you just all right. It's so many places I want to go in this
Okay,
conversation
okay.
with you. But first, before I even go there, how was your day?
My day was full. My day
Okay.
is full. I have a new season in my life right
Hmm.
now. I am a caretaker for my mom. I'm still working full time and I'm
Hmm.
still wearing a hat. So I am every day taking care of mom, working, and I have managed my pastor's appointment book. So my day is really, really, really full.
How was it for you today?
For me, I was excited about doing this live. I was
Okay.
nervous. I was really, really nervous, but then I calmed down and I said, you know what is for me is for me, trust the process. That's my word, that's
That's
my statement. I'm trusting the process. So
trust
today
the
was good.
process. Okay,
Yes,
I'm glad you had a wonderful day.
yes,
Listen, we're just it's this right here is if me and you was somewhere else giggling, cracking up, and talking about whatever. It's just that we
right.
have an audience today,
Okay, hi
right?
everybody.
We have an audience. So I want to go here. Okay.
Okay,
You're a caretaker of your mom.
yes,
And you started a TikTok page for your
yes,
mom.
yes, I did. And
Yes.
it started off as my personal page, but I wasn't really into TikTok. Being a caretaker for my mom has been a lot. And I found TikTok to be an outlet, and I found TikTok to be more like a support group because if you like I googled dementia and so many people have came out. So my mom was diagnosed with dementia, early dementia, back in September.
Mhm.
So I know nothing about dementia. My mother was an independent woman before all this took place. So I just was unsure and I just needed a support group. I reached out to a lot of support groups, here in Orange County. But for some reason, seeing the African American women on TikTok with their mothers and their grandmothers and their fathers, it became an outlet. So I named mine. I like to wear lipstick, but my mom loves red lipstick. So it's
Mm,
called Red Lipstick and Dementia.
I love it because on my For You page, since we have, I think well, yeah, we still have TikTok today. Okay.
Right.
On my For You, on my For You page, I've seen her come up and she's dancing in her red. I think the last one she was dancing in her red dress. And I was like,
Yes.
okay, Ma. And I
Yes.
love it because here's the thing. When we was growing up, we didn't have social media, right?
Right. Right.
So
Right.
we couldn't really record all of those moments of our babies, how they can now, or even of
Yeah.
our parents or even of ourselves, right? Some of the
Right.
things
Right.
we didn't want recorded, all right,
Right.
of
Right.
ourselves. So now it's like literally you're creating like a video journal diary of your mom that will live forever, especially in
Forever.
those fun times. Oh my goodness,
Yes.
in the
Yes.
fun
Yes.
times. I
Yes.
love it. What made you I know you're saying, going on you said you was in the community looking for like people
Support
for
groups.
support groups. There was no support groups that you felt comfortable in
Yes.
the
No.
area?
yeah, I the support groups I didn't really feel comfortable in.
Mhm.
Some of them I couldn't relate to. You know, I didn't want to look at it this season or this time in my life as a negative time, and I felt like the support groups were only concentrating on the negative of dementia and not
Mm.
concentrating on the joy and spending the time and just doing what she loves to do. It was more so concentrating on suffering and
Mm.
slow life, and that's not what I wanted to concentrate on with my mom. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to keep her independent. I also wanted to spend time with her and bond with her, so I take her everywhere I go. If I go, listen, if I go out, she's going out with me too. And you know
Listen,
that. So
we know that, right? We know that.
yes,
The
yes,
Brown girls have definitely met your mom in more than one occasion. Mom
yes,
was at
yes.
our holiday party, okay? And I mean, we had a good time with her.
We
Okay, she
did.
was
You
at the
did.
holiday party. Mom was at our last workshop.
Hmm.
Right? She came, and
Yep.
matter of fact, I was sitting in my gray chair, and you was like, "Get up, my mom needs to sit there." I was like, "Okay, mom needs
Yes,
it.
yes.
Mom will get the
Mom,
gray chair."
listen, mom is the life of the party. She was the life of the party before dementia. She is definitely the life of the party now. So I just like to enjoy that time with my mom. And TikTok has taught me so many things, so many different techniques, so many things that I wouldn't even know to do. So that's why
Right.
I started the TikTok page and just show her in her positive light and not in her dark deeds.
I love it. Vic said, "Mama is my favorite." He said, "Your mama
Yeah,
is."
she loved Vic.
Oh
She
my
loved
goodness.
Vic. She
She.
Bernadette better watch out now.
Oh my Bernadette. Hey. So you have 29 years, I believe it said. Yes, 29 years experience in healthcare. And
Yes,
right now a biller and coder. And you said you work from home.
yes.
Okay.
Actually been working from home for at least 20 years. Before the pandemic, I've been working home the whole entire, I think since my youngest daughter, since she was 4. So I've been working from home for 20 years.
Okay.
Yes. So I've been doing this for a long time. So this is nothing new.
Billing and coding.
Billing and
Can
coding. Yes.
So from my knowledge, billing and coding is when any of us go to the hospital, the doctors put in the diagnosis or whatever it is that they did, and there's a
Hmm.
code in there. And
Yep.
people like you, I'm guessing, bill it to the insurance company or
Hmm.
send it to the insurance company according to the code. And this is how our insurance companies know how much to pay and how much we have to
Much.
pay.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's what I do. So what I do is I streamline billing the bills and I make sure that it's coded correctly before it is submitted to the insurance. And once it's submitted to the insurance, they come back, they make a payment for it. I make sure that if you have a deductible or you have a co-insurance, whatever is billed to the patient,
Mhm.
or if we just simply write it off because it's a contractual adjustment, so we're obligated to write it off.
Okay. Would you recommend or encourage anyone to get in this field?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's where the money resides. People don't
Oh,
know.
where the money reside?
Yeah,
Where the money
people
reside?
don't know. I mean, I have encouraged so many young black girls to, you know, try building and coding. I'm a pencil pusher, so I love helping people. I love nurturing people. Nursing is not for me. I tried it. I fainted on the job. I couldn't do it. So sit me at the desk in front of the computer and let me pay attention to what's going on with the bills and the codes and the benefits. Now I got that, but as far as the nursing go, which
Oh, you still there? I'm not hearing you. We don't hear you. Do you guys hear her? Do you hear me? I don't hear you, Shamika. I see your mouth, but do you hear me? Guys, do you hear her? I'm not hearing you. Hold on, let me mute. I want to. Shelby, do you hear us? Because I don't hear Shamika. Hit your mute and then come back. Hit your mute and then take it off, Shamika. Okay. All right. Say something. Yeah, she says she don't hear you. Say something, Shamika. Say something. We don't hear you. We can't hear you. Yeah, disconnect them and put them in your thing. Okay. Nope. Oh man. We can't hear her. You guys still can't hear her at all. Well, for right now. All right, I'm gonna remove you for right now and then bring you back to the stage. Shamika, say something. Say something. Talk. Can you hear me? You can hear me? Oh, you can't hear nothing. Oh, she can't even hear anything. Now, Shelby, you hear me or you hear Shamika? Who do you hear, Shelby? Oh, your sound, sis. The volume. Oh, yes, you. You hear me, but they don't hear you. All right. So, Shamika, what I'm going to do, I want you to sign all the way out and come back in. All right, y'all. We having a little technical difficulties. All right. So we're going to have her go out and then come back in. In the meantime, let's talk about Brown Girls Do Network, what we have going on. We have some workshops that we have going on and we have scheduled. The first one is April 6th. And that is at 3 p.m. Lachelle Bolton will be putting on Financial Health Matters. This is about how your emotions is connected to your money. And I mean, even if you need to make a budget, if you want to understand your money a little bit better, this is going to be a workshop for you, really a workshop for any of us. So that's on April 6th. If you want to attend any of our workshops and you're not an official member of Brown Girls Do Network, come on and join us. It's only a $15 fee to join us in the room to get all of this fruitful information. Also, April 27th, we have Stephanie Morrison. She will be the facilitator of Spring into Writing with Stephanie. We spoke to her yesterday. If you had an opportunity to be on our live yesterday, you had an opportunity to meet Stephanie and get a little bit more intimate and personal with her personality. We actually just added one to the table. We added Beatrice, who on May 18th will be doing a Canva, okay? Because she's like, hey, I've gotten good with Canva. I know the ins and out of Canva, and I need to share it with my brown girls. And again, any workshop you can attend, even if you're not an official member of Brown Girls Do Network. So Beatrice will be putting that one on May 18th, and I will be adding that to our website. So if you want to come in and come to that workshop, we would love to have you. June 8th, we have Miss Howard. She's doing Think Like a Boss, talking about how women, how we're affected by what's happening in the world today and in our workplace. And that's called Think Like a Boss. All of these workshops are going to be phenomenal. Of course, they will be. And we would love to have you at all of our workshops. Again, if you are not a member of Brown Girls Do Network, you are still welcome. If you are a member of Brown Girls Do Network, please RSVP to get your seat because we do have limited seats. Okay. So on to the next thing. if you would like to join Brown Girls Do Network, our membership right now is open and we would love to have you join us. We are growing and mm, I just discussed this and actually looked at our paperwork today. Okay. Um oh, hold on. 1 second, y'all. I just looked at our paperwork today and we will be coming up on our official 1 year anniversary of being official Brown Girls Do Network at the end of March. And this is like a huge celebration. The year went by so fast that we really almost overlooked it. We almost just like didn't even realize we was coming up on a year because so much has been happening. 1 year anniversary of being an official LLC of Brown Girls Do Network here in the Hudson Valley. Um, Trying to think, is there any questions? And we should have Shamika coming back in here any moment. Hopefully, she will be logging in. And okay, in the meantime, while she's not here, if you are a member of Brown Girls Do Network, or if you're not a member of Brown Girls Do Network and you would like to come on our platform to talk about your business, to talk about who you are as a person, and let people who may not even know about your product or may not know about your business or what it is that you have going on and you want people to know about it, please get in contact with us. Let us put you on a calendar. Let's do it live. Let's talk about it. Because, hey, if you don't talk about your business, how people going to know you got a business? So let's do it. Any questions at all? And Shelby, what did you say? You said that was something that you wanted to do part-time, the billing and coding. Mm, why not still do it? Sis been doing this from 29 years. Okay, I think she's back a little bit. Sis been doing this for 29 years. Okay, and she's been working from home way before the working from home situation had gotten started. Now let's see if we can get Shamika back to the stage. How you doing, sis?
I'm back. I'm back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Listen, I've been talking. I've been filling up this space till we got you
Oh,
back here.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I really don't.
That's
But I'm
okay. We
back.
are back. We are back. Listen, that's what we do as women, right? We don't
Right.
stop. If we got to
No, we keep
stumble, we're
going.
going to figure this thing out and we're going to keep it moving.
Yes.
That's what we
Yes.
do. So I want to go here. Okay. Let's go with, I was asking you, would you recommend anyone to do billing and coding? Because you said that's where the money resides.
That's where the
So,
money resides. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of
mhm,
work, but it's easy work, but it's a lot of work. But I would definitely recommend it. I would definitely,
okay.
and in the younger years, yes, definitely recommend it. Definitely.
Okay. All right. So you have on one of my favorite t-shirts, Shiro, Green Pastures by her. If you're in our audience and you're listening, Green Pastures by her. So first, before I give it to you, this t-shirt she has on is actually one of my number one favorite t-shirts, okay, that I have. I
Yay!
purchased this t-shirt from your daughter Lacey. She actually had a space in the Newburgh Mall.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, I mean, the way that she did this space was I've never seen it done like this before. It was cashless and it was like you come in, people had their stuff in their space, like you had your t-shirts on your space
Mm-hmm.
and you just scan the code for whatever it is that you want, pay for it and you take it. And I
Yeah.
was like, this is dope. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Which Lacey, there's a whole nother conversation. Okay.
Listen, that's a whole nother. That's a
A
whole nother.
whole other conversation.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
And I purchased this t-shirt and I'm telling you, I've washed it 5,000 times. It's still bright white and it still
Yes.
has its shape and it still has this glitter. So I don't know
Yes.
who you got to do these t-shirts, but you definitely
Yeah.
invested in a good product. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
really
yeah.
good.
That was this the shirts are one of my favorite things. It started off as kind of a joke. Shout out to Tim Turner. He believed in my vision back then. Him and the Lacey. I wanted to do some affirmation shirts for my blog that I was doing. So I had Shiro, I had Trust the Process, I had Still Standing, and those were things that I would just put on my everyday affirmations on my wall, on my vanity, and saying, hey, I am a Shiro, I'm trusting the process, and I'm still standing. So those are things that I would do for affirmations. And I wanted to do it on the shirt. And I told Lacey, she spoke with Tim Turner. He was like, Mom, I got you. I got you. I love the little networking of younger kids because, Mom, I
Mm,
got you. Mom, I got you. And they really, really push you. So shout out to Lacey and Tim Turner for this one.
yes, yes. Can you tell us about this blog?
Yeah, so Green Pastures by her, I started this blog back in 2017. It actually started as my affirmations to myself. I was in a really, really dark place. I went through a divorce. I was a single mom, so I was going through this really, really dark place. I have no close relatives that I can really kind of talk to. I was trying to go to church. I was a babe in Christ, so I was just learning church. And I had to build myself up every day. So what I would do is I would write affirmations on a sticky, and I will post the stickies on my wall, my vanity, at work, anywhere I feel like writing, anywhere just to uplift myself in that moment. I was at work one day and I had stickies on my desk. One of the stickies must have traveled the office and it ended on the back of a young lady's shoe. When she picked up the sticky, she was actually going through something at the time, and the sticky kind of resonated with her. And she went around the office and was asking everyone, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? And they said, well, Shamika, Shamika writes all of these affirmations on her desk. And she came over, she gave me a big, big hug, and she's like, you don't know, this just made my day.
Wow.
So yeah, so I would write anyway in my journals and stickies and things like that. And I came home and I was telling Lacey about the what happened with the sticky. I also was telling one of the IT techs that worked at our job. I was telling them about it. He was like, "Yeah, I heard about it." It floated around the whole office. So he said, "Why don't you try blogging?" And I was like, "Blogging?" I was like, "No." He was like, "What is blogging?" He said, "I'm going to show you a template. Once you start blogging, because you could reach so many people." So I was like, okay. I thought about it, came home and I told her, Lacey, we sit down and we have our chats. And she was like, yeah, Mom, you should start blogging. And she explained to me what blogging was. I got the template from the IT tech at my job. They started me off. I took everything that I had, some of the things in my journals that I have. I love stationery. So I have about 200 journals where each day I don't pick up the same one. I pick up a different one each
Hmm.
day and I write something in the journal. And I took some of the snippets from my journal and I started it on the blog. And that's how I started Green Pastures by her. And of course, green pastures means your trials and your tribulations, right? So
Hmm.
that's how I got the name Green Pastures, because I wanted greener pastures for myself. So it started off Green Pastures by her.
Wow.
Yeah, yes,
I
yes,
love that.
yes.
Do you have any favorite quotes that you've written?
Oh, I have so many, so many. I have trust the process, of course, that's my main one. I have trust and believe. I have show up. My favorite quote is my purpose is bigger than my problems. So I have so many quotes. Tripping over the stick, just,
Hmm.
so many different some of them that are not even on the blog. It's just on my journal. If I just decipher what I go through, sometimes I just look at something and it just comes to mind, and there it
And
is.
and there it is.
There it
I
is.
I love show up.
Yes.
I love that. Just that simple show up. Oh
Show
my
up.
goodness. Have
Show up.
you, when you write your blog, right? Where can people find the blog? Where can they find the blog?
The blog is at www.greenpastures.her.com.
And I want to see if I can put this in www.greenpastures by
Yeah, .com.
her.com.
Hmm.
Okay. Let me
And I
see.
and I just want to pinpoint that when I started the blog, it
Mm-hmm.
got a little bit too much for me because I was really
Mm-hmm.
into writing down in my stationery or my journals. So
Mm-hmm.
I entered some of the blogs on the website. I left the blog for about a year. I went back to the blog maybe like a year later. When I
Mm-hmm.
looked at the blog, I had almost 1,200 followers on the blog.
What?
1,200
Without
followers on the
even,
blog.
you just left
Without,
it
I
dormant.
just left it because it became a job. Like writing for me is a hobby. Writing for
Oh,
me is peace. You know, you have to sit in front of the computer, you type. I type on the computer all day. So once I log off, I don't want to be on no one's computer, you know? So I kind of did it. I left it because I was excited, but it just became like a high demand. And I just kind of got like writer's block, you know, it just
it
became
became
too much.
work. It
Yeah, it
became
became
work. It
work.
was no more
But
therapeutic.
it was no more therapeutic. But once I left it and I came back and I
Mm-hmm.
saw those 1,200 followers in the comments and
I
so
was going
much,
to ask
I
you,
was just like, oh my goodness.
can you share, listen, the comments, okay? The
Uh,
comments, and I can
yes.
only imagine the stories in the comments.
All the
Or
stories.
can you recall any of the stories or comments that really touched you? Because your stories that you put out there, I mean, there it's about what's going on with you, what's
Hmm.
happening with you, how you're feeling at that moment. And it's amazing how, like you said, with the girl with the sticky note, right, on the
Right.
bottom of her shoe. It's
Right.
amazing how God just works in the universe,
Yes.
that
Yes.
you could be going through something and all of a sudden you get that right call, that right text, or scrolling up through Instagram and you get that
Hmm.
right quote, right? So
Miracle signs and wonders. Miracle
I'm
signs and
telling you,
wonders.
yes. So for you, was there any stories that stuck out when you went through and now you're reading like, oh my gosh, I got 1,200 followers, and I'm sure you didn't even know these women.
I didn't even know these women. So one of them is your favorite, Show Up, right? So
Mhm.
the girl at work, she was the admin assistant, right? Um, and that was show up for yourself. It was like show up. You just got to
Mhm.
show up for yourself. You know, you have purpose. Just do what you need to do. You know what you do when you show up? You defeat the norm. You people that you know what the ones who made before you or after you, all you have to do is show up. You know, show up to know that you're the biggest person in the room, to show up that you like something, to show up. You have to participate. How are you going to say you don't like it if you don't show up? How are you going to say you don't want to do it if you don't participate, right? So it
All
was
right,
show
she's
up.
speaking, y'all. Hmm.
so
Yes.
so you got to show up. And even, even with the brown girls, I'm showing up. If it's there, I'm showing up. You
Okay,
got to
y'all. Okay.
you got
That.
to show up. You got to
That.
show up. You got to show up for life. You got to show up being a mother. You got to show up being a wife. You got to show up being an employee. You
Hmm.
just got to show up. And the one that resonated with me was the young lady from my job. She was going through. She didn't know. She wanted to do a career change. She wanted
Hmm.
to step out on the limb, and she wanted to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. She inspired me actually. She wanted to quit her job and she wanted to become a fitness trainer.
Hmm.
And that she did. She's got that sticky. She went home, she spoke to her husband and she said, "This is what I want to do." And you know what he did? He believed in her, she believed in herself. They moved to Los Angeles, California. They now live in Hollywood. She is one of the top fitness trainers in California.
Wow. I
Yes, off
love
of a
that.
sticky. Off of a sticky. She writes me every time. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know you want to. Hats off to you. I love you. You don't know how much she is one of my biggest supporters ever. And just to see her go off of show up, She showed up for
Mhm.
herself and she walked in her purpose. And that was one of my favorite ones.
That's my favorite. Listen, and you say off of a sticky,
Off
that
of a
wasn't a
sticky.
sticky. That was a
Yeah,
power note.
powerful. Yes, that was a
Okay?
powerful note.
That was
Yes,
a power note and she needed that and it came right on time for her.
yes.
I
Came right
love
on
that.
time. Yes, yes.
Are you still writing in Green Pastures by her? Are you still doing it? Because I get it when we we create these businesses and
Mm-hmm.
we create them because we have a passion for it.
Yes,
But
yes.
then at some point, sometimes it shifts. And I know it did for me with
Yeah, yeah,
photography.
yeah.
It shifted to become like a job and too demanding. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what? I'm not taking no appointments right now because this ain't fun no more. Right.
Right.
And then you
Yeah.
jump back in because you get recharged and stuff. Because one thing we're not allowed to do, we're not allowed to stop. We can
Right.
slow down, we can pause, but we can't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
So for you, are you still writing? Where are you at right now with Green Pastures by her?
Okay, okay, okay. I am still writing. I'm not writing in the blog because again, it becomes work. And again, once I in the season that I am taking care of my mom and
Mhm.
working and doing other stuff, I really haven't found time to write, to transfer what I'm writing onto the blogs. It got a little old for me. Not saying that I don't like it, but it got a little bit old for me. But right now, I am still writing. I have just finished my final draft, my final draft, and I said I was gonna do it here first.
I was gonna say,
My
are we getting a premiere?
my final draft before it is printed out of Trust the Process.
I love listen, y'all. Hold on. Okay.
This is my final draft. So I'm this is my final draft. I'm super excited because I wanted it originally to be a book, but then I
Uh-huh.
got sidetracked with doing the blog. The blog did work, whatever,
Uh-huh.
but I did want to do a book. So here
What
is my final draft of Trust the Process, my book. So you can now add author
yes.
to one of my
Author,
hats.
congratulations. Listen, they're saying congratulations to you.
Thank
But
you,
hold
thank
on,
you.
y'all. Hold on. Because when one win, we all win. Because hold that back up.
All
Put
win.
that
We
back
all
up.
win.
Put that back up.
Who took my picture?
Who took the picture? Who
EW
took the
freelance
picture?
photographer.
I
Yes,
love
yes.
it.
This is my final. I'm so super proud of this here. I I wrote it, I ripped it up, I tore it down, I put it away. I cried. I put it under my pillow. I put it on the bed. I threw it on the dresser. I threw it on the kitchen table.
You went through the whole
I did.
process.
I did. I started. I ripped it up, started over, deleted it. I went through the whole progress because I'm a perfectionist. I'm a
Mhm.
perfectionist, and I wanted it right. It just wasn't flowing. And I got to give all thanks to my God and Lord and
Yes.
Savior, who I
Amen.
directs my path, who is my author and finisher of my life. So I got to give it up to the big man upstairs, my father, right? Because I was just not like, God, this is not it. This is not it. I didn't want to write about me. I didn't want to write about this. So I didn't want to write like a story or whatever. What I wanted
Mhm.
to do was something I combined the blog, my journal, and my affirmations in one. So this is almost like an affirmation daily devotional journal.
Oh, wow. This is going to touch a lot of people.
This is
This
going to
is going
touch
to
a
touch
lot of
a lot of hearts.
people. Yes.
Oh my
Yes. So I'm
goodness.
super, super, super excited about this. And I want to thank you, Vanessa, for taking my pictures and inspired because I was inspired off the pictures as well. Pictures
Oh,
are worth 1,000 words as well. To where you want to go with it. So I did my cover And I looked at this cover every day, and every day I went back to my journal, went back to my blog. I wrote what I needed, my sticky, and this is how it came together. I prayed on it, me and my husband. We prayed on it. I got
Amen.
to
Oh
give it
my
up to my husband
gosh.
too. I've got to
Yes.
give it up to my boo thing. Yes, yes. I got to give it up to him because he just was like, "You got this. I don't know what you're struggling for. You got this every day. Every time you talk to people, you're so inspirational. You talking because that's one thing about working from home, right?
Hmm.
You lose your socialization, because you're home all day.
Yes.
You're not talking with people.
Hmm.
You're not out with people. We go to the store. I'm talking to everybody. He's sitting there. He holding the bags. He's like, this
It's
girl is.
you.
I'm in Macy's. I'm just talking, talking, talking. So he's like, you got it, baby. I don't know what your problem is. So I got to give it up to my husband, Carlos Brooks. Yes, he is definitely my number one
Okay,
supporter.
Carlos. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Congratulations, sis.
you. Thank
I am
you.
so excited and happy about your journey. I cannot
Yes.
wait to get this book, my signed copy of this book when it
Yeah.
comes out. Listen,
Yeah.
and it's like you didn't stop. You was like, no, all right,
I
I
gotta
need a
keep going.
break right now, but we're
Hmm.
not stopping. I
Yes, yes,
love it.
yes,
And you showed
yes.
up for yourself.
Yes, I showed up for myself.
You showed up for
Absolutely.
yourself.
Showed up for myself.
Oh my
Absolutely.
goodness. I love it.
Absolutely.
Yesterday Stephanie was on here. I don't know if you caught that live. She's
Hmm.
also an author.
Yes,
Okay.
give it up for Steph.
Yes, she's an author. You're an author. We have quite a few authors in Brown
Hmm.
Girls.
Yeah.
Janelle, right? She's
Yes.
an author as well and did her
Yes,
going
yes.
around doing her book signings or what
Yes,
have you.
yes, yes.
I mean, and I am just like in awe. Are you joining us for Stephanie's workshop? The
Yes,
writing
I did.
spring into writing with Stephanie.
Yes, yes, and I got to give it up to Stephanie's sister, Miss Joanne
Miss
Howard.
Miss Howard. Ooh,
Miss. If you don't get you a Miss
girl.
Howard, if you don't get you a Miss Howard,
What? Oh, we all need a Miss
listen,
Howard in our life.
listen, Miss Howard at the Brown Girls Tea Party, she just
Hmm.
sat next to me. She just sat next to me. That's all she did. She sat next to me and said a few words. And Miss Howard, I got it. I haven't spoken to her a while, but her presence
Her
alone.
presence at the tea party. Remember,
Oh,
she got up. She was smooth. She got up. She said,
mm,
"I love this type of thing.
whew.
This is my type of thing." I was like, "Oh, I love her."
I aspire to be Miss Howard in my age, and let me tell
Yes.
you, because that is poise, that is grace, that is
Mm,
beauty, that is
all
spirituality.
wrapped up.
All right, okay, okay, Miss
All
Howard
wrapped
now.
up.
If you
Yes.
don't know Miss Howard,
And if you don't, and she will be doing one of our workshops is
yes,
also
I saw
Think
that
Like a
too.
Boss.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Yes, and I was inspired by like-minded people, like-minded women, African American women. I was inspired. So, of course, I'm going to show up and I'm going to complete it. Of
I
course.
love it. Listen, if we took attendance for every situation or event Brown Girls Do Network, their name was on or had, I think you
Hmm.
have perfect attendance, Shamika, because you have shown up
Yes, yes, because I'm going to
to,
show up. I'm going to support. I'm going to show up for my sisters because I'm showing up for my sisters, but I'm also showing up for me, right?
yes,
And I'm showing up for us. And in order to show up, and get the experience, the wisdom and knowledge and understanding, you got to show up. It may not be for me. That particular event may
hmm
not be for me, but I chew the meat and spit out the bone. But I
hmm
showed up. I'm there.
yes,
I'm gaining something from it. I'm learning something from it. So that's why I show up, because I'm showing up for myself, because I'm learning. I love to learn. I love to be inspired. I love to empower. So why not show up?
I love it. I love it. Um, in reference to showing up, right?
Yes.
This is actually because I didn't tell the people how we actually met, right?
Hmm.
I met because listen, you, she's a package. Her offspring, Lacey,
Yes.
her daughter, is oh
Yes.
my goodness, she is doing her thing.
Yes.
Lacey, I met Shamika probably it was pre-COVID. I know it was
Pre-COVID.
pre-COVID.
Yep. Hmm.
Um, I can't recall what year, but it's been some years now. Her daughter
Right.
Lacey DM me because she was having an event for her business, and she DM me and invited a lot of business women, black women owned
Mm-hmm.
businesses. And I
Yep.
came, I met you and I met Charlene there. As
Mm-hmm.
actually, I met you and Charlene there. And I remember when I was there, I was like, okay, I mean, she's a young lady, but I was like, okay, I can't really hang out with her, but I can definitely vibe with her mom.
With the mama. Right, 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 right.
I was like, I
Absolutely,
can vibe with her
absolutely.
mom. And that's only
Absolutely.
because of the age difference. That
Yeah,
was the
right.
only reason. Yes.
Right, right, right. And of course, I'm going to show up for my daughter. I was going to be there and support her in all her dreams and be her eyes and her ears, when she can't see things. But listen, that is a gem. Listen, I love my three children. I have birthed my best friends. You know, I,
Wow.
we grew up together. I was a young mother, so I have birthed my best friends. I have a son. His name is George. They call him G. I call him the modern day Dougie Fresh. If you not haven't met my son, he's the modern day Dougie Fresh. He can dance, he rap, he's funny, he's handsome for one, So
I know that's
I
right.
my kids and us, we vibe. I encouraged my children. I pulled out their characteristics. Listen, if you this is what you want to do, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get on the road. You want to play football, we're gonna get on the road. You want to play
We doing it.
basketball, we're gonna get on the road. You want to do debutante, we're gonna get on the road. We're gonna do this. We have to
Yes,
show up.
mom.
I was having my children show up for everything. Anything they wanted to do. And that was one thing about working from home I was able to do. I was
Mm,
able to be there for my children and I was able to show up for them. So any extra curriculum program that they wanted to be there, I was there. I was showing up. I was the biggest. I had my blowhorns. Listen, I'm at the ant
you was
farms.
that mom, and you
Listen,
was
I
like,
was
yes,
that
I'm
mom.
here.
I was the mom with the truck, so I had all the kids. Listen, I was the soccer mom or the football mom, and me and another lady, and we was all over the place with the kids. But I definitely showed up for my kids, and I poured into my kids. Be who you want to be. Trust the process. Listen, don't be scared. Only person to be fear is fear yourself. So
Exactly.
my babies,
Exactly.
I got a great support system when it comes to my kids too, because we sit at the table and we
Do
put our
y'all
brains together and listen. We
and
one whoever
magic.
gonna
Magic is
listen.
gonna show up.
Ready, set, go.
So I want to talk about one more thing, right? Because we all wear many, many hats,
Oh yeah, yeah.
multiple hats. Okay. You have another hat
Yes.
that we want to talk about. Okay.
Okay,
This one, the
okay.
girls, we go crazy
Yes,
over
yes,
this
yes.
one.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
She's framed. Can,
She's framed. How? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see what I
listen,
got
I'm look,
here.
I'm like,
She's
she's
framed.
framed.
She's framed. It's here.
Let
That
me
is
see.
my accessory line I have here. Let's see. Okay. She's framed.
Okay, you looking
Absolutely.
good with this blonde hair and
Okay.
them shades, honey.
I know. Listen. They said blondes want to have more fun. I need to have some fun in this season in my life, so I'm a little blonde right now.
And you shall have fun.
Yes, yes, yes. She's framed started. Oh, just a time in my life. I really don't like to speak on it as much now
Hmm.
because I'm over it. I'm
What?
over that time in my life. So a time in my life when I stated with Green Pastures by her, I
Hmm.
was going through a divorce.
Okay.
I was going through a domestic issue. So I don't
Okay.
even like to talk about it anymore. I used to talk about it a lot and say I'm a survivor and all that. I'm not saying that no more because that's not where I am right now, right?
Amen.
So um so I used to wear sunglasses, just sunglasses just to cover up the pain and the hurt and
Mm.
just I was out with the kids, so I couldn't let them, the other parents see what
Hmm.
I'm going through because I didn't want them to take it, out on my children or whatever. So I wore sunglasses and I like clothes and I like fashion and I like accessories. So why not? She's free.
You are a fashionista.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
You are
Thank
a
you.
fashionista. So when you say you're over it, are you not doing it anymore? Is we can't get no more frames? What does
Oh
that
no, I'm not
mean?
over she's framed. I'm over claiming the reason why
She's frame was created.
was created.
Got it. Okay.
No,
We're
I'm still framing, girl. We still framing. We still got the frames because the frames are a big hit. We like
yes.
the frames are a big hit. I love She's Framed. She's Frames helped me get over the social anxiety as well, right?
Mm.
To being able to talk about the frames, stepping out the box, showing up for yourself. We always get that common black pair of shades, just pick up and
Mm-hmm.
go, put on our dad hats and our slippers and go. But, for the fashionista who want to, do something different, or, wear different shades of glasses, she's framed. So why not pick up a pair of shades? You can put on a pair of nice frames, a white t-shirt, some flip-flops, and an overcoat, and hey,
It's not about wearing it, right? It's about
right.
styling it.
It's about styling it.
It's about styling it.
It's about styling
So
it.
I have a question. All right.
Yes.
I know last year you did quite a few vendor events with
Yeah,
She's Framed, right?
I did. I did.
So you got anything going on this year?
This year, hopefully, I will be at the Hudson Valley Wine
That's where
Festival.
I was going. Okay. That's where I was going with this. Are you
Yes,
going to be at
yes,
the
I'm going to
third
be.
annual Hudson Valley Wine and Music
I will
Festival
be.
with She's
I
Framed?
will be at the Hudson Valley Music Festival with my book and my frames.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
Make sure you get in there, Shamika, and get your vendor table, girl. Listen, we
yeah,
would love to have you at the music festival this
yes,
year, okay?
absolutely,
Um, and
absolutely.
for you all who are listening, we're talking about the third annual Hudson Valley Wine and Music Festival, which is on August 31st. I believe it's
Mm-hmm.
August 31st at the People's Park in Newburgh, New York. We have
Yeah,
early bird tickets on sale now. Okay. Early bird tickets are $25 and these tickets are moving.
yeah, yeah.
These
I know.
tickets,
Listen,
these
it was.
they're
Uh
moving.
oh.
So if you know how when people say tickets are going fast, they're selling fast to try to
Mm-hmm.
get you to go. No, for real.
Yeah.
They're really moving.
Oh,
And once those early bird tickets are out, they're gone.
yes.
Shamika, actually, I want to say thank you because last year you volunteered and
Yes,
helped
I
me out
did.
tremendously.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, at the gate.
So I know the tickets be selling because at the gate we had an overflow. You hear me? We had an
Yes,
overflow. So yes,
yes.
definitely, definitely, definitely.
We had such a good time on that
Yes, we
day.
did.
Oh my
Yes, we
goodness.
did.
All
We had an
righty.
absolutely amazing time.
We are wrapping up our live. Shamika, is there anything you would like to express to the people? Tell the people, encourage the people about how is your journey going with Brown Girls Do Network? Anything you want to share that we have not covered.
I just first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everyone who's ever supported me. Thank you if you ever bought shades. Thank you if you ever bought a hoodie. Thank you if you ever bought a t-shirt. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. If you ever visit my site, thank you. I really, really appreciate everyone. I would just shout out Newburgh. Newburgh, this is my hometown. They hold me down. So thank you so much to Newburgh, my people of Newburgh. I especially want to also thank my Brown Girls Do Network, my sisters. Let me tell you here, I have been always wanted to be a part of a sisterhood. I have no sisters, right? So, oh, fireworks in the
What
background. Okay.
happened? Okay, go ahead.
Listen, so I have always grown up around guys. I have never had sisters, I have friends, I do have
Mhm.
friends, but to be in a group amongst a large group of women, empowering, inspire women, go-getters. I love Brown Girls Do Network. I love how we show up for each other,
Mhm.
even business, personal, just a phone call. Hi, we be cracking up on our chats. Like I have met so many wonderful women within the Brown Girls Do Network. And we are growing. We are grown. We
We
are
really
making a
are.
name for ourselves around here. So if you want to become a Brown Girls Do Network, please join. Please, please join. You will not be disappointed. We are moving forward. We are showing up. We are trusting and believing. We are encouraging each other. And hey, trust the process. If you don't show up, if you don't participate, that's on you. But listen, we are here and we are growing and we are moving forward together. And as Issa says, in our motto is a fist beats a finger.
Yes, we
So
got more power
we
in the fist
we got
we do with
more
a finger.
power,
Yes,
more power. So
yes.
absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Shamika, for showing up. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for sharing. And thank you so much for telling us about this book that you have coming
Yes,
out.
yes, yes.
We cannot wait. We are so happy for you. And of course, I always say, listen, if one of us win, we all
We
win.
all win.
We all
Absolutely,
win.
absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much and have a wonderful night. And tell mom we said hey.
I will.
Wait,
I
before
will.
we go, does anybody have any questions at
Yes.
all? Any questions at all? We have 4 minutes before Instagram shut us down.
Yeah, I do. I do. I see. I see. I see. I see Shelby on here. Hey, Shelby.
Hey, Shelby.
I'm gonna
Shelby
make it to
showing up.
Jersey. I'm gonna
Matter of
make it
fact,
to.
we both, Shamika, have to go to Jersey because
We
my
do.
daughter-in-law and my son is there, and
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
your daughter is there, and Shelby's down
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Listen, Shelby said, if she said if her motto for this year is if she committed to it, she's showing up. If
Oh,
she put her
that's
name down,
great.
she's showing up. And I absolutely love that. And she has stayed true to that. Shelby is
Yeah.
in Jersey and she's a part of Brown Girls Do Network. So that's to show you that, hey, you don't have to be here in our backyard. But the next time Shelby come up to something, we got to go out. We got to go
Yeah.
out
We
after.
definitely we definitely got to go out. We definitely got to
Yeah,
go out, and we definitely got to show up. And also, I want to say one more thing. What I also love about Brown Girls is that we're showing our younger generation that we together can stand and stand firm without
yes,
any drama, without anything. That's
none.
what I love about this sisterhood, that we're showing up and we are showing the younger generation that we, as African American women, can get together and celebrate and support each other.
And get
That's my,
along.
and
And
get
get
along
along.
and have fun and have fun. So
Yes.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Shamika. I'm
Thank
going to let
you.
you go and have a good night.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for the platform.
Thank
Love you
you.
guys. Trust the process.
Thank you very much, ladies, for showing up, and gentlemen. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, for showing up for our Brown Girls Do Network live series. If you are interested in joining Brown Girls Do Network, we would love to have you. Just go ahead and message us, and we will definitely get in contact with you and start our onboard process. Please show up to any of our workshops. Remember, if you are a non-paying Brown Girls Do Network member, the fee is just $15 for any of our workshops. If you have any questions about anything, please DM us, get in contact with us. We are streaming right now on our Brown Girls Do Network Instagram page and our Facebook page, and on my personal Facebook page. And we was also on Shamika's page. So hopefully someone has gotten something that was inspiring. We hope that you joined it. And I want you all to have a wonderful night. Vanessa Williamson, and I am signing out. Have a good night, everybody.